and you can see we can try to put a bit of glue underneath the glass here and also over here, so you can try to squeeze it in if you could. Put a bit of glue on it, just put a tiny bit, not too much. So over here as well, just a tiny bit, not too much. And then we can try to squeeze it in. You might also want to put a bit of glue on the side here as well. So I'll put a bit of glue on the side here as well. So depending on how badly damaged the screen is, sometimes you don't need to use this much glue, sometimes you have to do this much repairs. This particular LCD has a lot of damage. So just try to hold it so until the glue dry a little bit. If you have a hair dryer, you can use it to blow it up, and that will help speed things up. It helps to dry this faster. So just hold it and allow it to dry. Now you might also want to do it on the other side as well. Now if your screen come off just a little bit like this particular one here, it's not so bad, just a little bit. Not the whole thing's not so bad, only a little bit at the top here. So if this is your screen, then you can try to do this. So you can try to do a little bit at a time. So if it's just a little bit, try to squeeze it in, and on this particular corner here only, as you can see there is a plastic down here. So try to squeeze it in just like a tiny drop, and that's it. That's all you need. You don't need too much, just a tiny drop. And then squeeze it together. We can scrape off the glue later, so just leave it and allow that to dry. If it's on this side, if it's on the left hand side, when you turn around, you can kind of like push it up, put a bit of glue in there. Remember not to do too much, just a tiny bit. It doesn't need too much glue. And here, just try to hold it for a few minutes, allow it to dry. Let's wipe off some of the excess glue here. I'm going to wipe it off and try to hold, allow it to dry, probably a few minutes. It will dry. You can see the glue is sticking to the screen. That's fine. I'll show you how you can get it off later. And you can see here it's already dry after 30 seconds. I can't move it out anymore now. It doesn't come off. It's starting to dry. Here it is. You can see. Can't really move it anymore. It's starting to dry. It's really sticky. So here it is. You can see it's very dry, very tight. So once the glue is dry, we can get something sharp to clean off the glue. So with the excess glue that is drying off on the screen here, as you can see right there, we can just scrape it off. Make sure you go sideways or an angle like this, because trying to push down straight down like this, you can scratch the glass. So we're just going to clean off some excess glue. Just going to zoom in so you can see. So that's the glue right there. It's still drying off. Best if you can leave it to dry, and then make it easier to scrape it off. So I'm just going to move it here so you can see. It's easy if you have something, if you lay it flat on the table, you can clean it. You can see it's coming off. There it is. So make sure you go at a very small angles. Don't go too high at a big angle. That can cause the screen to scratch. There's some more glue over here. We're just going to try to scrape it off. If you have a screen protector, then you should put us on a screen protector. That way it can protect your screen while doing this job. But if you haven't got a screen protector, then I guess you can try to scrape it off later. So once you scrape it off, you can use a towel or a cleaning cloth to clean off the glue. So there it is. It's now clean. So we can also on the side here, if you've got excess glue, you can scrape it off. So scrape off any glue on the side here. Just to make it smooth and easier for you to put the screen back later on. So if there's an extra glue, just simply scrape it off. And you can see once you're done that, you put in the glue. This is really tight now. This isn't open anymore. So I'm trying to pull it out now, but it's really sticky. So there it is. Oh, that's come off because I tried too much force. But basically it's very tight. When you put on the glue, it will be very tight, very hard. Now unless you really purposely try to pull out with really good, very hard force, then it will, of course it will come out. But once you put on the glue, it should stay in place. Even this one here is dry, so I'm going to try very hard to pull it out. There it is. So it come off. So if you put it on the glue, it should stick fine. Once it's dry, do not try to pull it out again, like I did. So here you can see there are some glue on the side. Again, you can use this blade here and you can clean it off like so. You can see the glue comes just right off the glass. If you do this, you have a good chance of scratching the glass. So try to do it at a very slight angle. That way you minimize the chance of scratching the glass at the top. There it is. So you can see we can try to clean it off. So of the glue stuck on the glass. Again, if you have a screen protector, use that screen protector so that it doesn't damage the glass. Later you can simply pull off the screen protector and apply a new screen protector. There it is. So screen off the excess glue. Again, if you have some glue on the side, you can clean it. If you have some glue on the side here, you can also clean it. So this one here is now dry. You can shake it to see if it's dry, if it's sticking into place. If it does, we can now put back. So clean off the glue there. So you can put back the back plate. Then over here, put the screw back in. Put back the screws on this side as well. There, then we'll put back the screw down here as well at the bottom. There is another screw at the top that you can put down. Now you can put back the cameras. Now you don't have to do all the things that I did. You don't have to take out the camera. I just want to make it easier so you can see that we are taking it out. So you can put back the camera. Because this one here is it's quite damaged, so it can be hard. Maybe your one, if you just drop it lightly and the screen pops out, maybe you wouldn't have to do all this. So it depends on how badly the damage the screen is. So there we're going to put back the camera. Now you don't need to take off all this off like I did. You don't need to take out all this. If it's just popping out at the top here, that's most of the time where you drop the phone and the glass pops out. So if it pops out, you can simply just put glue around here. Just try to pull down a little bit and then put glue around here. Try to pull down this down a little bit and put glue around here. You can leave all this intact because this one here damaged quite a lot. All the glue is all dry out and all the frame is coming out. That's why I take out the back plate. So depending on the situations, if yours is not that bad, just leave everything in place and pull down a little bit and put some glue at the two corners here. Okay, now that is fixed, we can try to put it back. So we can connect back the flex cable. Then we can put back this metal back plate here that's holding down the flex cables, so that in case the phone is dropped, the flex cable doesn't fall out of place. There are 3 screws. And there's another one up here. So here it is. So now you can put back the glass. So here we're going to put back the glass like this. So do a final inspection before we decide to put it back. If it all looks good, you can then put it back and then push down the screen. And there it is. No more popping up. So that's good. So if it's still popping up, you might want to do it again. If it doesn't pop up, that's good. Of course, anytime you drop your phone down on the floor, you will cause damage to the glass and the LCD. Sometimes if the damage is so bad, you won't be able to fix it. In some scenario, you can fix it if you decide to leave it on and use the screen, for example. There's only a small crack here, but the rest of the screen is still good. So you may decide you want to fix it by giving a bit of glue at the top here. And that's it. So we're just going to put the 2 screws at the bottom back in. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video. If it has helped, please subscribe to my channel for more videos.